Welcome back to Garden Decor Designs, your premier destination for exquisite garden inspiration and expert guidance. Before we start, we want to ask your support to make this channel grow with subscribe to this channel, leave comment, hit the like button or share this video to your friends and family. If you've been dreaming of a stylish, modern, and incredibly versatile outdoor space that can instantly elevate your backyard, then you are in the perfect place. Today, we're diving into the fantastic world of floating deck ideas. Imagine stepping out into your backyard onto a beautifully crafted platform that seems to effortlessly float above the ground, creating a distinct zone for relaxation, entertaining, or simply enjoying nature. Floating decks are the ultimate solution for adding architectural interest and functional living space without the complexity and expense of traditional, ledger-attached decks. They offer a sleek, contemporary look and incredible flexibility, making them a game-changer for backyard transformations. So why choose a floating deck over a traditional one or even a patio? The reasons are compelling. Firstly, floating decks are generally less complex to build because they aren't attached to your house's ledger board, often requiring less stringent building codes or even no permit at all, depending on your local regulations. This simplifies the process for the DIY enthusiast. Secondly, their ground-level design makes them naturally blend into the landscape, creating a seamless transition from your home to your garden. They're perfect for uneven yards, allowing you to create a level surface without extensive excavation. Thirdly, they offer design flexibility. You can build them in almost any shape or size, allowing you to customize your outdoor living area perfectly. And finally, they are often a much more budget-friendly option compared to raised decks or poured concrete patios, giving you more bang for your buck. Now let's talk about the big question. How much does it cost to build a floating deck? The price can vary widely based on size, materials, and whether you DIY or hire professionals. For a DIY floating deck, you can expect to spend anywhere from $15 to $35 per square foot for materials. This means a 10 to 10 foot or 100 square feet deck could range from $1,500 to $3,500. If you opt for professional installation, costs typically go up to $30 to $60 plus per square foot. Key factors influencing cost include: first, decking material. Pressure-treated lumber is the most budget-friendly. Composite decking is more expensive but low maintenance, and cedar offers natural beauty but at a higher price. Second, foundation. Concrete deck blocks are common for DIY, while more complex pier foundations increase cost. Third, size and shape. Larger and more intricate designs will naturally cost more. Fourth, railing, but it's optional. Many floating decks are low enough not to require railings, which saves significant cost. Fifth, labor. Doing it yourself saves you a huge chunk of money. Once your beautiful floating deck is built, it's time to furnish and accessorize it to truly make it your outdoor oasis. First, comfortable seating. That includes plush cushions, weather-resistant fabrics, and comfortable lounge chairs for ultimate relaxation. Second, strategic lighting. Because the deck is low, lighting is essential for safety and ambience. Think about LED strip lighting tucked under the deck edges for that true, floating glow, or solar path lights placed around the perimeter. String lights overhead are always a winner for cozy evenings. Third, containers and plants. Use large, stylish planters to anchor corners and bring colorful vertical elements onto the deck surface. Choose plants that complement the modern aesthetic, like ornamental grasses or hardy succulents. Fourth, a fire feature. A small movable fire pit or a sleek propane fire table instantly creates a focal point and extends the usability of your deck into cooler evenings. Fifth, outdoor rug. A large, weather-resistant outdoor rug helps define the seating area, adds texture, and makes the space feel more like an outdoor room. Sixth, shade solution. Depending on your sun exposure, consider a cantilever umbrella or a modern pergola overhead to provide necessary relief during the hottest part of the day. Looking for floating deck ideas to make your backyard more usable? Unlike primary decks that are usually elevated and have railings, floating decks are typically smaller, low to the ground, and open to your lawn. A floating deck is essentially a structure that rests on top of the ground rather than being attached to a building or foundation, says Ryan Vaughn, co-owner of San Diego Stamp Concrete and Staining. This type of deck is often used in areas where the ground is uneven or where traditional structures cannot be built due to zoning restrictions. Generally speaking, a floating deck can be an excellent way to create additional outdoor living space without breaking the bank. Floating decks are often situated some distance from the house and can act like a secondary deck. Check out these 15 stylish floating deck ideas in a range of backyards for inspiration. 1. Configure strategically. Landscape designer Sarah Bendrick built a custom nook with several floating decks that create a peaceful corner in a garden. Make your own niche by adding small sculptures, succulents, and a bench. 2. Attach a flower bed. As you design your floating deck, consider adding a garden bed around the perimeter. Not only does it make planting easier, it elevates the deck from basic timber to something sophisticated. 3. Cover with an outdoor rug. Ursula Carmona of Home Made by Carmona added a neutral rug to soften the wooden floating deck in her backyard. Choose a rug in a natural hue that won't compete with the surroundings. 4. Create a dining space. A floating deck can be used to anchor an outdoor dining space or other outdoor room. A trellis will further designate the space, and you can set up a table, chairs, or even a bench underneath. To give the area a distinct style, choose landscaping elements to match your design. 5. Make it tiny. No need to make the floating deck huge. You can make mini spaces to anchor chairs and lounges around your yard. Think of it as a decking archipelago. 6. Add an entrance. Once you install a floating deck, create an entrance that will welcome you into the space to make it feel more secluded and intimate. Put up an archway or a trellis, then plant climbing fauna to enhance the design. Large planters can also work here to frame the opening. 7. Stay in the same color scheme. While floating decks are typically positioned away from the house, you can easily place one right next to your home as a type of patio. If that is the design you have in mind, enhance it by coordinating the deck furniture with the house palette. Scandinavian touches help create a sense of serenity. Because they are built low to the ground, floating decks are a relatively easy DIY project. Someone with intermediate skills can build a floating deck in 8 to 12 hours. 8. Divide it into zones. For a larger area, you can section out the floating deck. Perhaps one corner is for dining, while the other is for sitting and enjoying the view. A setup like this is especially appealing to guests. 9. Match the deck to the house. Sure, you can stick to warm woodsy tones for your floating deck, or you can paint it to match the siding of your house. A light grayish plays nicely with a modern exterior. 10. Create a path. A floating deck area can be a true destination if you make a path leading to it. If you have a large yard, maybe one that is big enough for a koi pond alongside the deck as seen here, this path can take the form of a bridge over the water. 11. Make it narrow. For a shoebox-shaped yard, think about adding a skinny floating deck just beside the house. It can serve as the perfect perch for a pair of chairs and perhaps some small planters. 12. Add columns. To make the humble floating deck more stately, add columns supporting a trellis structure above it. If the floating deck is near a fence, this will create a palatial aesthetic that pairs well with a prim and proper lawn. 13. Surround it with greenery. Make a floating deck in the middle of the yard look more integrated by surrounding it with landscaping and a trellis. 14. Float it just outside. While by definition, a floating deck is one that sits away from the house, you can build the low-lying structure adjacent to your home to act as a true outdoor living room. Make sure the outdoor furniture is similar in style to what you have indoors for a cohesive transition. 15. Modernize a historic home. A floating deck is an ideal solution for adding a modern outdoor space to a historic home renovation. Tyler Carew Design and Interiors built around this original 1700s waterfront home in Maine to create a clean-lined, modern floating deck decorated with comfortable lounge seating. The floating deck is truly one of the most versatile and impactful DIY projects you can tackle for your backyard. It provides a sleek, modern foundation for all your outdoor living dreams, offering that perfect blend of low-maintenance function and high-style design. Whether you're looking for a simple sunbathing platform or a sophisticated entertaining zone, a floating deck proves that less is definitely more when it comes to elegant outdoor decor. What size floating deck would work best for your backyard? Tell me your favorite material, wood or composite, in the comments below. If this video gave you the confidence to start building, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with your DIY buddies, And don't forget to subscribe to Garden Decor Designs. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video, where we dive into the actual step-by-step assembly process. Thanks for watching and happy building!